What's going on, guys? Today we've got the Huawei B628 here, and we're going to do a quick review and a quick spec breakdown of this new device. Now, Huawei are dubbing this the Huawei 4G CPE Pro 2, and I'm quite excited to have a look at what it actually looks like inside. It looks similar to a B818, if you're familiar with that device, in my opinion, on the outside. But yeah, we'll have a look into this. But before we get started, as always, if you want to purchase this device, make sure you hit the link in the description below where you purchase it on eFones.com or modem.co.uk. So make sure you check that out, guys, and purchase it down there if you want to get your hands on a Huawei 4G CPE Pro 2. So we're going to start with the box here, and we're going to have a look around it. So it's pretty basic and pretty generic of Huawei boxes. They always look pretty similar. You've got some of the logos on the side and sort of the title on the top there. So on the front of the box here, you have obviously the title where it says Huawei 4G CPE Pro 2, and you can see a little bit of information on the top here where it says it is LTE 600 megabytes, Wi-Fi AC 1200, 2 gigabyte ports. So these are a little bit of information about it. So it runs on LTE, obviously, rather than your traditional broadband devices. That is typical with Huawei devices. So this is a theoretical download speed here, the 600 megabytes per second. Now, in optimal conditions, you would get that 600 megabytes per second, but it's not very often you have access to optimal conditions. But this is a 4G and a 3G router, so you can switch between both of those if you need to. It's not a 5G router. If you're looking for something more 5G orientated, I would say opt for a 5G CPE Pro 2 or 5G CPE Pro 1 if you want them antenna ports. Now, it does have 2 gigabit ports there as well, and you can see sort of more description about what Wi-Fi it uses. On the back of the box here, so if we flip it over, you've got a little bit more information about the device itself. So you can see it's a plug and play device, as is typical with a lot of these home routers that Huawei make. It's 4G LTE up to 600 megabits per second download and 100 megabits per second upload. As I said, these are theoretical datas, but yeah, in optimal conditions, you could get that on 4G. Wi-Fi AC 1200 dual band auto selection. Now, this is an option that you can configure within the Huawei AI Live app. You can choose whether you want auto or custom selection. A lot of people leave it on the auto as it tends to be the better one to use, but you can change it if you wanted to. There's also 2 gigabit Ethernet ports that you can plug your devices into, and you can connect up to 64 devices wirelessly. So there's the information on the back of the box itself. I'm going to go ahead and open this up now. Always has this secure sticker here. You'll see this if you've watched any of our unboxings before. It always comes this secure, and if this is broken or peeled off, it will leave sort of a void mark, and if that is voided, then you know that the box has been opened before. So you can trust that any device that comes from us, like eFones or anyone from Livewire, they always come brand new, unless stated otherwise that they're not brand new, but they will never be grade A or open before if they say that they are brand new. Here we have the device itself. So you have the device in the middle here, and then you have your pouch of other goodies that is typical here. So we're going to go over what is in the box contents for you guys real quick. So we'll put this to the side. In this little box contents side package, you get a couple of things. You get a Ethernet cord here, which is bright yellow, and you get your charging. Now, this is a 2-pin EU charger that we have currently on this model, but obviously we will have 3-pin UK model spec also, if that is something that you're looking for. So that's what's inside this little pouch here. Moving on through the box, you've got the actual B628 itself. And in this sort of side panel here, you can take it out like that, and you get your warranty card and your Huawei 4G CPE Pro 2 quick start guide. Now, we won't go into all them in this video, but that might be something we look at in a future video, along with a speed test, which is something we have planned to do with a lot of our 4G devices, and we will be doing it with the B628 coming very, very soon. If you want to check that out, make sure you click the link in the description when that's uploaded, and you should take you straight to the speed test for this. So, it comes in this obviously plastic packaging to keep it safe, and here is the unit itself, and you can see it's very similar to, as I said, the B818, or very similar to the 5G CPE Pro 2 as well. It always has this sort of sleek white design with this grey base and this sort of gap around the top here, something I've noticed. Interestingly, on this you have this little lift up patch here where you can plug in your antennas if you wanted to. So if you wanted to purchase some antennas from somewhere else and then plug them in, you can do that also. Unfortunately, they don't come with the device, but if you needed them, you can purchase them separately and plug them in there. And then, as I said, you've got your LAN and WAN ports, and you do also have a telephone port here, and that is VoIP calls, and if that's something you're interested in, you can do that as well. We've seen this before on B535s and other devices like that. It's something that people are generally quite interested to do, because when they decide decide to drop their home router, they still want to be able to use that telephone. So this is something that means you can still have that functionality, although the calls will be over Wi-Fi rather than be over your traditional, telephone ports. And then obviously you've got your power there in the bottom, and that's about it. So when you're setting up your device, you just click on here. If you want to reset it, there you can reset it there. You can insert your SIM card just here as well underneath that little pack, and all your information about the device itself is on the bottom of the device here. Now this device does take a nano SIM, so if you have any SIMs bigger than that, you'll need to get it down to a nano SIM size. Most SIMs nowadays, they come sort of adjustable, but yeah, so this does take a nano SIM here. And if you want to connect to the Wi-Fi by scanning it, you can just scan this little QR code in the top right here, and that should take you straight to the Wi-Fi login. So yeah, there's the device itself. Pretty basic design, but pretty sleek and pretty good looking, I think. Fit into a normal modern home, I think. And obviously you have all your indicators on the front there that tell you all your different information. Now we will go into more detail about the device, actual breakdown. We'll go into full specs in the future. This was just sort of an unboxing of the device itself. And I said we will be doing a speed test of this device as well, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this quick unboxing of the Huawei B628 or the Huawei 4G CPE Pro 2. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you've got any questions at all, leave them in the description. I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.